And it might be one of those days. I got 20 things going on here at the same time as the show starts. This will be a massive, massive organizational and editing effort here today. Great to have you folks. Rush Limbaugh. Just revved and ready here behind the golden EIB microphone at 800-282-2882. The email address lrushbo@eibnet.us. Elements of the drive-by media are still having conniptions. They're going nuts over some of the things I said on Fox News Sunday with Chris Wallace. Among those things they're having conniptions over, my observation, the First Amendment does not give the media immunity from criticism. They are shocked anybody thinks this. They are stunned that anybody would say this. They simply cannot believe it. But at the top of the list, virtually every media person that has commented, that I've seen anyway, I've seen it all. I've got audio sound bites of some of this to show you, to play for you, to demonstrate for you. But I'm sure it's more than what I have here. But I think virtually every drive-by media person who's commented on it is just acting flabbergasted that I actually believe that the media is working to destroy Trump. They think it's insane. And they what gives me the right to say that? And how is it that I have 20 million listeners? I mean, that just, it doesn't make sense. They can't figure it out. And folks, let me double down on this today, because there is no question that's exactly what's going on here. None whatsoever. I've got two really, really brilliant pieces today to share with you, excerpts from them to back this up. One is by Michael Walsh at PJ Media. And the headline of that story, what has the often boisterous Trump done? That's Victor Davis Hanson at National Review. The Walsh story focuses on the deep state intelligence guys, and the Obama holdovers, and the effort there to unseat Trump. And now both Michael Walsh, who's a great writer, and we've cited him many times over the years, both Walsh and Victor Davis Hanson, I make no bones about it, there is an ongoing effort to replace Donald Trump, to get him out of office. That is what all of this is about. Now, the media may not be leading it, but they are complicit in it. The actual effort to undermine Trump is occurring in what we lightheartedly here refer to as the deep state. It basically, you can find it in the halls of Congress. You can find people in Congress who don't want Trump. You can find people at various federal bureaucracies who do not want Trump. You find people, CIA, the various intelligence agencies that do not want Trump, and they are leaking, and they're illegally wiretapping phone calls, and they're leaking what they're hearing to the media. The media complicit by eagerly reporting this stuff rather than calling the leakers out. And it's all illegal, and they all playing the game together. The bottom line here is, and this is not, I don't want you to misunderstand here. This is, I don't want to say it's common, don't mean that, but it's not anything that hasn't happened before. There have always been efforts to undermine the chief executive by elements of the government who do not support, do not believe, for various reasons throughout our history. So this is not unprecedented. It's just that this one happens while we're alive. And this one happens while the guy we elected to be president and who won is the target. And we have a vested interest in preventing this effort to unseat Trump. Now, you might say, well, what's the process? It's not really a process. I mean, you might have impeachment charges brought at some point, but it's about paralyzing Trump. It's about seeing to it that none of Trump's agenda is implemented. It's about making Trump quit or give up or just raise his hands in futility and show up, but not try to irritate anybody. There are many, many different methods here. There are all kinds of different objectives. If they could get Trump literally out of office. Make no question, I have no question they would do it. But that is at the far end of the extreme in terms of possibilities. There are other ways to render Trump ineffective or neutered and to dispirit his supporters. And it's all happening at full speed ahead here. And I think one of the greatest indications of how I'm right is notice how anybody involved in this reacts when they are accused of this. And in thinking primarily here, the media, I don't think it's a charge. It's not an allegation. It's the statement of fact. The media doesn't like Donald Trump and is doing what they can to undermine his presidency. They're doing what they can to discredit him. They're doing what it's unique in the sense that you wouldn't find any behavior like this at all relevant to Barack Obama or to Bill Clinton. But you will find similar actions having taken place against George W. Bush and Ronald Reagan and so forth. As I say, it's not unprecedented, but it's serious, and it is real. And when the media is accused of having this desire and working toward the ultimate end of dethroning Trump, they act like stuck pigs. I mean, if it's ridiculous, and if it's insane, and if it's lunacy, act that way. Start laughing at it, start chuckling about it, having fun with it. But no. They are reacting like stuck pigs.